Welcome back to Cricket Pulse by LGW. A Saturday night, and after a long time, a weekend with full capacity. I'm George, and joining me as always is Loy, and finally Will as well.
Good to be back, boys. Good to be back with a full house on a weekend. George, Will, what a day we've witnessed.
What
About
a day.
843 runs across two games. My calculators are absolutely smoking.
Well, guys, it's it's great to be back. All I was been doing all of today is just staring at the kettle for that to boil. Make me a cup of coffee. Honestly, I missed the 35-degree heat back home. But again, I'm glad I'm back here in British soil, enjoying the sun. And we've witnessed some of the greatest innings and some good games today. Chennai has finally opened their accounts against DC, which is great to see. And my man, Sanju, we have to talk about him. So let's get
Your man.
going.
Let's get right in.
Okay. Na.
Let's start with the big story, boys. Big story from Chepauk today. Chennai Super Kings versus Delhi Capitals. CSK were 0-3. And the fans were nervous. The photos was looking a bit shaky. But what a start.
Well, shaky until Sanju walked in. It was amazing to finally watch him go. And I tell you what, although it was stark opposite to my prediction, I couldn't be more happier. It was a pleasure watching Sanju get a century and striking at the rate of about 200. It was crazy. It was amazing. It was smoking hot.
Even though I watched Sanju play, I felt personally he was going at a very slow rate. But don't forget, Ayush Matre, he was a supporting role, but at the same time, he was matching toe to toe. He was going toe to toe with Samson, scoring those vital runs. So it was an absolute fantastic way of doing, playing this game. And it was nice to see when Sanju scored, it lifted the whole team up. And what did CSK lose? 2 wickets overall, one retired. He went back, and then came Dubey to score. So I'm absolutely thrilled for Sanju. And if I'm not wrong, this is the first time CSK is winning in Chepauk after losing all the 6 games on the trot. So all kudos to Sanju. He's broken that bad phase for CSK and opened the accounts in Chepauk after 6 games.
But I think that itself is what my problem is with CSK. The dependence on two primary people. I've always been saying this from the beginning, it's either Sanju Samson or Dubey. Yes, Ayush played a fantastic innings. He looks to be in a great touch, but this kid, how consistent can he be? Time will tell. But from what I saw today, fantastic, fearless innings. I would like to see a lot more.
Definitely, I think it was a good start again to try and get to a position where they've not ended up with wickets falling one after another and then ending up with a low score. I think they didn't give a chance to Sarfaraz Khan or Brevis, who are still there to bat. So I think all in all, a good innings by Chennai, and the score put on the board gave them little comfort to try and go back and get the other team to be bowled out. And I think they did that in style as well. If you look at it, on the DC side, there was a valiant effort by Tristan Stubbs. But other than that, I don't think anyone turned up to the game.
I think
was a bit of
did.
Patam Nisanka did a bit. 41 of 24 with a couple of sixes and about 5 fours. But then I think we hoped Samir Rizvi would come back and play his usual knock. I don't think we saw that. David Miller didn't click as well. He continued his bad form. Not bad form, I wouldn't say. I think his bad luck from the previous game continues over here. He couldn't stay in for long and then get them to a point where they could win. And George, we've got our Aquanavi bowl. He finally did bowl.
I was gonna say, from what I saw, I'm very impressed. Obviously, he did not give away too many runs. He had, a different kind of mojo going. I'd love to see more of him. I would say he was one of the most disciplined in the DC lineup. And like we've been discussing for so long, I would like to see a lot more consistent games for that boy. And I think that will be a great asset for DC. But unfortunately for him, Mr. Sampson had other ideas. But like I said, he's a player. On his day, he'll eat away the opposition.
In my opinion, I mean, I saw Sanju play. It was great to see him get that score. It's his, if I'm not wrong, it's his fifth century in the IPL. All of them came, and he's supposed to be the player who scores the first century continuously since 2017, 19, 22, I think. So he's the first century scorer in each IPL. It was great to see that. What I also noticed in Sanju's batting was the way he played the game. I didn't see the usual flair where he was literally going after every ball, one after the other. He was taking calculated risk. Some of those lofted cover shots was fantastic into the gaps. And as soon as the power play was finished, he switched gear. He went slow, and he was calculated in the way he was hitting the balls. It was great to see that. Ayush Mhatre played fantastic. I really liked the bloke, the way he played. And I felt he was a bit nervous running between the wickets. He wasn't listening very carefully. He just, was trying to take those cheeky singles, but then there was no single at all. So other than that, the boy was playing a well-calculated game as well. So it was nice to see Ayush Mhatre. I don't know if you guys noticed one of the other things that took place when CSK were fielding. I probably would butcher his name. Gurjapneet Singh. He came. He was bowling the very first over for CSK, and the very first ball he bowled, the ball was hit by Akshar Patel towards the point region, and there was this flying. Sarfaraz Khan, he took the catch and he just disappeared from that stadium. He went on a lap run celebrating that catch. It was an amazing thing to see.
It was a blinder. It definitely was a blinder.
It was a blinder.
It was great to see. It's an overall, if I look at it, CSK, they played like a well-oiled machine. And I could see Sanju taking that mentorship role of, guiding Noor Ahmed to bowl when he was being hit every other, previous ball. He just gently walked up to him and he said, why don't you bowl a bit slower, wider towards the off stump? And he did exactly the same thing. And the next ball, he got a wicket. So I can see his contribution for the team. And I'd like to see Sanju do that more often. I mean, I personally feel that he does more often that kind of a mentorship and guiding the youngsters when he has performed, because he has that confidence. But when if you haven't performed, you still be in a position as a team player, do the exact same thing as well. I don't know if you guys have.
I think it's more than mentorship. That's leadership. That's a quality that that Samson has. As opposed to Ruturaj, and which is why I've been saying, fantastic player, Ruturaj, but really not the greatest of the leaders. And if there's anyone who should take that mantle from Dhoni, it should be Samson. But that being said, a point on that running between the wickets, you need to understand Ayush Mhatre is quick, is fast, and his reflexes are really good. I think his biggest challenge was Sanju is not the best runner between the wickets. So that was a big problem for Ayush. But Sanju is the kind that he'd rather get his runs with the boundaries rather than run for it. He's
But
the type.
I think it's more to do with the heat in Chennai because Sanju's running between the wickets actually dropped because of the heat. You could see the man was sweating every time he bent down to take a standing position to hit. I could see the sweat dripping, and he was on the floor trying to.
Sanju is from Cochin, and he was raised in Delhi. I don't think it's the heat. It's just Sanju.
There was heat. I mean, I can clearly see that boy actually started losing pace, and Ayush was relatively new to the crease as well. He was like literally had only scored about 30 odd runs, and Sanju was well over in his 60s. You have to give it to the man because he has done the bulk of the work. So he may not be quick on his feet to actually take those singles, especially during a misfield. It's absolutely difficult for you to judge that in the heat and take that quick single when you have not even made an attempt to actually move out of the crease. So I'll leave that to the heat. And of course, Ayush, being a young lad, has a fresh pair of legs. He's quite capable of running between the wickets, and he can take probably even twos on a misfield. But having said that, Sanju has well made up for all of those things. At a 200 strike rate, it's unmatched by
strike rate.
Ray.
Absolutely, boys. And I think just to kind of cover up or finish up that or wrap up the match, I would say I think Jamie Overton was crucial. I think with his 4 wickets, which he did take for 18 runs, was absolutely brilliant. And I think that really broke the rhythm of the chase. And again, he cleaned up David Miller, and that pretty much essentially ended the game right there. DC finished on 189, which gave a 23-run win for CSK, and at least finally some points on the board for CSK. So great day for us, I think, in terms of being absolute fans of Sanju Samson. We did want to see him perform. We've seen that yesterday, and I think good to have him back.
It is. It certainly is amazing to see him in form, because when he plays, I watch him not for the runs he scores between the wickets. I watch him for the bloody shots that he can play with, that elan, that class. He's just amazing to watch. A treat to watch, absolutely.
What I want to see with CSK is, because they are languishing at the bottom of the table, I want to see some of these kind of wins, dominating wins in the next couple of games. And hopefully that just gives out a good balance to the tournament. And in terms of the team overall, all the teams are well stacked up right now that CSK have opened their accounts. If they can do the exact same thing in the next 2 or 3 games, this tournament just opens up massively. And it's good for CSK, and it's good for CSK fans as well.
All for a drill, as long as they don't come and do that with RCB, and RCB is not going to do that as well. As RCB want to take that. So as long as not RCB, all the best CSK. Go on, crack on, do that. Get some points on the board.
We will have a game, RCB game tomorrow. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it.
But before that, let's talk about the other game, which finished earlier in the day, George.
Another.
And your team. Your second favorite
my team won. My second favorite team, Punjab, absolutely demolished. Again, I mean, it's just a kind of a pleasure watching. What Maran is she?
Kavya Maran.
Kavya Maran in pain. For some reason, it gives me a lot of pleasure. But Bulanpur for Punjab was absolutely time to sunset.
But what was good about this particular game was finally I got to see Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma coming good. Abhishek, in his usual self, hammered 70 odd runs in less than about 30-40 deliveries, which was fantastic.
74,
So it was great to see. I mean, yesterday when we predicted this, and I did say that Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma will probably come good. And my prediction was SRH to win, but unfortunately that didn't happen, purely down to the magical innings played by Shreyas Iyer. That lad can lead, can score runs, and also win games for your team, which is deadly combination. There are captains out there who can only lead, can absolutely no score any runs. Riyan Parag, for example, I'm going to keep saying about that lad all the
I
time.
think you're wrong about that. Rian
So
is a good leader.
he hasn't proved me wrong yet. So far, he's played
He
4
has
games,
with the
hasn't scored
bat. The
anything.
first 2 games, he's contributed immensely.
In,
And I don't know what game you're looking at, but
I don't know.
he's been really good.
I haven't seen him.
Okay.
So in all honesty, Shreyas is a standout,
Absolutely.
personality when it comes to captainship, scoring runs as a batter, as a finisher as well. So it's amazing to see, Kings 11. Hopefully they lift the cup very soon.
Yeah, I think in terms of SRH's innings as well, I think it was a good contribution from all the top order batsmen. If you look at it, Will and George, I think Abhishek and Travis gave an explosive start. Ishan did come in; he played a cameo for 27. Henrik Klassen, again, a beautiful innings of 39. He took it slow. He steadied the ship. So I think they didn't score a lot of runs when he was in there. And I think that was pretty much what they needed to try and get to that 200 score. I think last there was Aniket Verma who came and scored a quick cameo of 18 of 9 balls. But overall, again, if you look at it bowling wise as well, Arshdeep, everyone were expensive. Everyone were expensive except for Shashank Singh, who got 2 wickets. And again, he got the wickets off Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head, and he just went for 20 runs in 3 overs. So he was the pick of the bowlers for SRH, for Punjab Kings, if you ask me.
Yeah. There was another lad as well for SRH who actually picked up 3 for 33, if I'm not wrong. I think his name is Shivang Kumar.
Shivang Kumar, yeah.
Yeah,
when Punjab were batting.
he was quite good as well. So I could see, he was bowling really well. Picked up those crucial wickets, which was great to see. I think he pulled that back some form of credibility for SRH. Otherwise,
But
Kings 11 was cruising along.
But for the just a quick correction there, it's not Kings 11 anymore. It's Punjab Kings, and for them, I think the opening was amazing as well. Priyansh Arya is in some kind of form, and Prop Simran and him, they began the demolition job, and like you said, Bill, Shreyas Iyer, there are very few captains that are in the Indian national team or India per se, from Indian origin, that I could say are perfect leaders, for me, the best captain that India's ever had or best leader India's ever had, in my books, is Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Let me guess. Mohammad Azharuddin.
No, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Azharuddin was all suave and batting. I mean, his style was completely different. That was an era of Azhar, and it was different. But as far as leadership is concerned, is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And to have a leader like him, I've only identified 2 people. This is, again, my opinion. It could differ for others. One is Shreyas Iyer and the other is Sanju Samson, simply because both their leadership temperament is very similar and their contribution to the game doesn't matter on their captaincy, because either ways they will contribute, whether they're captain or not. And they have this uncanny knack of getting the best out of the others and also being cool and calculative in pressure situations. And for that, I think Shreyas and Sanju are 2 people that I actually think will make great leaders.
I agree, George. And I think, again, just to sum up the innings again, Punjab chased down 223 to 219, and they scored 223. And again, with just a loss of 4 wickets. Cooper Conley couldn't contribute much, but then I think the rest of them, everyone stepped in, they played their part. And I think it was again a run fest. But then beautiful game. Punjab again still staying. I think in terms of points table, they are number 2, if I'm not wrong, at the minute after this game. So good for them, with RR still topping the table. That being said, we've got a doubleheader tomorrow, boys. Let's talk about that. We've got some Amazing games tomorrow. The first one starting off with is Lucknow Super Giants versus Gujarat Titans in the afternoon. And then the big rivalry, Mumbai Indians versus RCB at the Wankhede.
I've got a question, actually. I've got a
go on.
question to my viewers, our viewers overall. So far, most of the comments that we have seen is purely based around established clubs like CSK and RCB. I truly haven't seen a passionate fan base of followers for GT or LSG. Every time I want to see something about LSG, it's about the owner going after the captains all the time. GT, I see our
circus.
favorite, Loy's favorite Shabnam Gill is the only the only guy. I haven't seen any favorite followers, but honestly, if there are any fans out there who are watching this video, just comment below your name and tell me why you like these clubs and why you support them.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we
GT
would love to
has
see them.
no. GT has a huge fan following. I mean, they won the IPL in their maiden season, and not just that. I think they set the standard for one of the most organized backroom team. Very modern structure for cricket. Very very good team. In all honesty, the only pain or dislike for me is in the leadership, on-field leadership of GT, because, like I said, I like the batsman that Shubnam Gill is, but I just feel he's a bit too overrated to be a captain. I don't see a leadership trait in him. But if he were to put us down and play well, he can take away games exactly how he did previously. So I would say I would like to see him bat well and take the game away. But at the same time, I want to say it doesn't matter who wins in LSG and GT for me, because I'm not a great fan of LSG simply because of Goenka, and I'm not a big fan of GT simply because of their on-field captain. But other than that, I have a lot of love for Gujaratis and a lot of love for Lucknowi food. So no problems there.
Yeah, in terms of, I think just in terms of the pitch, I think it's going to be low and slow from what we've seen. And again, being an afternoon game, there's not going to be much dew. So expecting the spinners to dominate tomorrow. Again, in terms of key players, Shubman Gill, or Shabnam Gill, as we want to call it, has an incredible record against LSG. So hopefully he's going to again have a good knock tomorrow, which is going to help the team. In terms of LSG, I think Mukul Chowdhury was a superstar in the last game, so there's going to be eyes on him tomorrow to try and see if he's going to continue with that recent heroics which he did against. Who was it? Was it? The DC, where they did that. KKR, right. And again, in terms of spinners, I think another battle is going to be Rashid Khan, who's going to be on GT. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to try and bowl tomorrow as well, being a spinner-friendly track. In terms of head-to-head, I think GT leads 4-3, so it's tight. But then again, we can never look at these numbers sometimes because it's on the day what's going to play out for these teams. So that's the first game. But then we have to talk about the big one, boys, tomorrow.
Before we go to that, I just have a point to make.
Yeah.
If LSG has to win, okay, I honestly think Rishabh Pant should bat down the order. I've been saying this. Pooran needs to go up. And I would possibly send Mukul up the order as well. Pant should not go number 3. You need to understand that on the opposite side is Rashid Khan. And I would want to see Rashid Khan versus Pant battle, and he should play more of the sheath anchor and the leadership role in the middle of the batting order.
I can say one of the things that I've observed, I don't know whether you guys have seen it, each team is a reflection of the captain. So if you take a look at the GT team, the way they play exactly like the way Shubman Gill actually plays. Slow, steady, gets the runs, not worried about, scoring massive runs at the initial stage itself. When you take LSG, for example, they play exactly like Maverick, like, the way Pant plays. Most of the players are literally emulating exactly the same way he plays. And that's not a compliment. That is not even, that's, you can take it as an absolute criticism, the way they play. But again, the team is also a reflection of the owner as well, Goenka. The man thinks that he can be the 11 in the team, so he can possibly go and field for the team as well. That's something that that yeah, less involvement with the team and more for the players to do their job. If he trusts those players, then they'll bring the results. Otherwise, it's just going to be another soap opera like "Kyun Ki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi" all the time. Entertainment for all the folks.
Oh, no, there could not have been a more apt parallel to what Goenka does. It's just like I was telling Lloyd the other day, Will, you can't buy class. Money doesn't bring class. You just have to be born with it or not. The guy is just absolute no class carcass, and I just can't stand the sight of it.
I think in a way, if you look at it, Pant actually realizes that there is nothing out there from this, so-called owner. So he just goes out there, earns his 25 crores every year, and contributes by scoring in one of the 6 games that he plays. And then he says, okay, that's it. That's my job done. And he's probably waiting for another transfer sometime, anytime in the future, where he might actually go back to another team. And then Goenka goes and search for another team player.
Another captain.
I'll tell you who is the best. I'll tell you who's going to be the best pick for LSG. It'll be Pandey.
Who's Pandey?
Hardik Pandey. Hardik Pandey is the best.
Pandya.
Pandya. Yeah. Hardik Pandey is best suited for
I know.
LSG.
They would make it's like a match made in heaven.
Match made in heaven.
And Hardik Pandya.
Yeah, but in all honesty, there's no way Pandya is leaving Mumbai, or neither is Mumbai letting
Mumbai is
Pandya
going to
go.
never get rid of it. But it'll be lovely to see if he ever gets, gets taken out.
Sparks will fly.
There'll be an absolute entertainment every now and then, every game.
I would love to see that.
It'll be brutal, right?
Yeah.
It'll be good to watch it. It'll be like like a WWE fight.
It'll be "Kyun Ki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi." But yeah, let's move on to
the next
game
big game. Come on, boys. That's what we wait for.
I've got my pick. I've got my pick for RCB. I've got Virat. I really want him to score faster. I want him to go faster, steaming.
He's been very fast this season. He's not.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Vintage
I've
Virat.
not seen. For me, he hasn't satisfied yet. I can see. No, I
for him,
not in 2026.
For Will.
For me, yeah. So I like to see Virat going really all guns blazing, right from the very first ball. Don't take more than 25 balls to score your 50. Score as quick as possible. That's my request from RCB.
For the team, I actually think the complete opposite of that. You know why? Because so long as you have Virat Kohli on the non-striker or in the playing 11 still there, he gives the freedom for every other player to go out and bat blind.
No, for me, for once, I really want him to,
Then you need to watch the first game and the second game. He was just, it's a different, even the third game, the last game that we lost, unfortunately, you look at Virat, it wasn't the same vintage Virat. He's just having a go, and he's just gotten really good at no-look sixers. But I want Virat to change that and go back to vintage Virat and stay at the crease, because so long as he's there, Bangalore has the chance to go at any score. So
yeah, I think for me, if you ask me, I think I would want to see Phil Salt play tomorrow. Kohli, I'm sure he's gonna play his usual self, and I think he's gonna score. Things to
What
look
about
out
Jacob
for
Battle?
is we want to see him play, right? We've been talking about that. We want to see him play. We just don't know why he's not yet got a chance to play. If he plays tomorrow, then it's absolutely amazing, because we want to see that lad smash a few out there. And again, if it's going to be against Mumbai, I wouldn't be much. It would nothing would give me more pleasure than him doing it against Hardik Pandya and his team.
But see, the question would be, who will he replace? And my answer is either Phil Salt or what's the
Romaro
big boy?
Shepherd.
Shepherd. Because in all honesty, it's not. Wankhede is not a fast bowler's paradise.
It's
You
a
need
batter's
more.
paradise.
Yes, and you need more slower bowlers to play in the game. And I believe a lot depends on Krunal and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. And I think those two need to be able to steady the bowling. But on the other hand, if we can see a way Bumrah, I think we're in for a treat, and I want to see Ratan Tamburan come back and, smash some out of the park as well. But that being said, our captain is in a red hot form. I mean, if he gets going, that's going to be another thing. And I really hope Salt gets going as well. If not, I'd rather see Bethel.
Exactly. And I think other side, again, they're not short of stars and they're not short of players as well. Rohit Sharma again, it's his home. It's his home. He's gonna come back and play his usual self. Surya Kumar Yadav can't be kept quiet for too long. He's gonna come and start playing his usual knocks.
He's been quiet for 2 years now.
No, not in IPL.
No.
Not in
He's
IPL.
been playing in IPL. It was an international as well. He fell a bit silent, and then he came back and he had a few whirlwind knocks, and again he went silent. So yeah, it's in patches in the international, but then I think IPL he stayed consistent with.
No,
Well,
but the problem, the point is,
does something different.
Sky plays extremely well when he's not the captain, and he's lethal. He can be lethal in the short format. But that being said, you don't forget Rickleton. I mean, if he gets going, the guy is ruthless.
Absolute pleasure to watch as well.
Yeah, but I don't want that pleasure against RCB, to be honest.
Definitely not.
Let's go with the prediction now. Let's go with the prediction.
Did you even ask? Do you even have to ask?
I mean, to be honest, that's a stupid question to ask either of us, because it's just definitely going to be RCB.
Yeah, RCB's, that's no brainer. So it's not even going to talk about. I'm talking about the LSG and GT match. So
actually, I don't care.
I think I'll go with. I think I'll go with GT because again, I think, as I keep saying, I think I love Josh Butler. He's got back in form from the last game. He's going to be. I'm hoping for a knock from him, and Shubman Gill has been playing as well. So I'm surely expecting some runs from there. So I think unless, again, as Josh keeps saying, unless they're going to play Pant in 3, LSG not going to. And again, I think if Markram and Mitch Marsh go,
I really want them to go. Markham and Mitch Marsh. I like that combination, but I want to see Pooran in number 3, and I'll completely go along with what Loy said. If Pooran is not batting at number 3, and if Rishabh is batting at number 3, I call it for GT.
Okay,
cool. And I think in terms of RCB and MI, I know we all are calling RCB. There's no changes to that. Just a head-to-head stats, 19-15 to MI.
Loy, one thing that we were speaking on the phone during the our last RCB game, it was in Assam, isn't it?
Guwahati, yeah.
Guwahati, yeah. So we were watching the game. I think you were flying, and
flying. He was in the yeah.
The one part of the game, right? I was confused if it was Bangalore or Guwahati. There was barely any fan for RR, which is actually their home ground.
Home ground.
And all you could hear was RCB, RCB. I mean, shout out to RCB fans, the best in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like they owned the bloody Guwahati Stadium. But
Yeah.
you know what? I want to see that at 1K Day. I would be overjoyed to see that, because that's the Mumbai fortress, yeah, and one of the biggest crowd that you can get, and very passionate crowd at the same time. I like to see the RCB fans do that in Mumbai and get a win. So it'll be nice.
Good, boys. I think then let's wrap it up for the night. Again, we've got our predictions in, we've got our reviews done. It's going to be an amazing day tomorrow, so let's look forward to that. We'll go get some actual sleep again, boy. I think it's just been a day. No more IPL highlights for you until tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And until then,
that's all... what he's got to say. Excellent.
It's all goodbye from me.
I'm happy that my man scored his first century for the entire tournament. So that was great to see Sanju back in form. So yeah,
it was
hopefully
a pleasure.
It continues. Yeah, it's nice to see CSK open their accounts as well. So let's see how it goes for tomorrow. And yeah,
well,
thanks for joining us.
That's it from us for today. Let's call it. Well, signing off for Cricket Pulse. Enjoy the doubleheader tomorrow. I call it adios.
Cheers. Good night.
Take care. See you later.